in the top five, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome everyone to Boone Pickens Stadium, Stillwater, Oklahoma, and home to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Oklahoma State Cowboys offense has the ball first today. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down, he started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David, up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position 1, objective number 1 today. Protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence.
He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Pressure coming. Makes the catch. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job in the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
That penalty's the last thing this defense needed. Now it's 2nd and 4. Give to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. And the Cowboys will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on twice. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Texas A&M's offense has its first opportunity of the day. We've had our eye on this guy for most of the season, and what a weapon he is. He is making a charge for the Heisman Trophy. And, David, I don't really think many would argue with it.
No, because it's been crazy. He's been the focal point of this offense, and he continues to deliver week after week. He's a superstar, putting up big numbers, carrying his team on his back. Jesse, that's a tough spot to do that for a whole year because of the physical pounding. It's been tremendous so far.
Yeah, can he keep it up is the question. And I think when I think back to the first half of this college football season, I think a lot of the most memorable moments and the best highlights have been this guy, right? He has shown up. Team. He's done incredible things. Can he do that now in the second half of the season and make that Heisman push?
Across, just keeps moving. They get him out of bounds at the 32, but that is what you want out of this running game. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Leaves it with the running back. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Texas A&M ready to go with another first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Sims. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Aggies trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football, and they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
The give to the back. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. He wants to change this route. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Aggie.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down. The Cowboys will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt. Wants to make a play. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Hamilton. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. They'll keep it on the ground. Turning it on. Little spin move. How about that play? Getting a huge chunk of yardage to wrap up the first quarter, and that's how we'll end it and head to the second. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the red zone, looking for a space. Zings it complete to the right. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Handoff from the gun. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Texas A&M 14, Oklahoma State 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's chased out of bounds inside the 15. They'll mark him out at his own 14-yard line. Not much on that kick return. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy.
Pulls it in on the left. Off to the races. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing in the hands.
Man, is this place loud right now. The Cowpoke faithful bringing it on third down. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on 1 time. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Bush. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
And the Cowboys now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got him downfield. Really putting together a threat now. They got the first. It's at the 37.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. The Cowboys are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Cutler. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Cowboys will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin them deep. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He might want another play. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
The Cowboys with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking down the middle. And that one's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's got the back in the middle. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, not down in distance. The quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Flips it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Cowboys will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They'll open the second half on the ground. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. On the move. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Caught in the backfield, it's Sims. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
The Cowboys come to the line needing just inches for the first down. He'll sneak it.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And it'll be down right there.
Really nice job there by the punter on that one, getting a lot of hang time and allowing the Gunners to get down the field so they could play it off the bounce, down it. Nice coffin corner kick.
Gets that thing away from the goalpost. He's got 5 out to the 10-yard line.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position. Ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12. They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. To the ground, trying to move the chains. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Trying to do it on the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You cannot make a bigger statement on offense than your head coach deciding to go for it on 4th down, deep in your own end, early in the game, and they get it somehow running the football. Wow.
To the air on first down. Get it out on the screen. Shakes off the defender.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Running back searching for a hole. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It is deafening in here. The panel people going to work. Third down and a big one for the Cowboys. They'll run it from the gun. Spins away from the defense. He's got 98 yards rushing, and this guy's just having a tremendous season, leading the country in rushing. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll take the deep shot. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with a first down. To the ground with the back. Picks up the first down, still moving. Turning on the Jets. Touchdown, Texas A&M. He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a two-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Sam Houston is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now. But there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by 10 to BYU. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him in the flat. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Quickly to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
And the Cowboys decide to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
He's got it inside the 30. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Aggies! You can see it on the sideline. They've built a comfortable fourth-quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking downfield on first down. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth. This offense has it with really good field position. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. So now it's second and long. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The Aggies lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Try to get it to the edge. Got enough space. Touchdown, Aggies. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot there.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that,
breaks into the open. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Under fire. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And the Cowboys are threatening in the red zone. Gives it on the option. He'll be down at the 4-yard line. Terrific run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This defense might be reeling after those last two and now facing first and goal. Snaps it in the shotgun. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there.
It's now second and goal.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Wants to go up top. Going for 6. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
The deficit is huge, this one is all, but over the hill, keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this?
Wide open spacing. Touchdown, Aggies. He got a step and just dusted the field. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. This drive will open from the 15. He'll try to pop the draw. Fights off a defender. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Cowboys with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll keep it on the ground. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Thrust that arm out. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Also 7 yards on the play.